is Riddle. I'm in video game development at Gold Lake High School. And for this week, I have been working mostly on um, the programming essentials, and then just started 2D essentials yesterday. Um, Last week, in my last vlog, you likely saw my progress in 3D essentials. So I added like furniture to a room and made a bouncy ball that ran into a tower of blocks. I changed some lighting and everything. And then I added some audio to a kitchen landscape. But I didn't do this quiz, so I did that right after the vlog. Um, and this week, in programming essentials, I added a movement script to my um, to a character, as well as a collectible that is rotating. My rotation was a little bit strange. I'll show you in a minute. And I made it so I could actually collect it, because initially it's just an object floating there. Um, and then I did some more stuff, and then the quiz. And then just I think what I did to the essentials was I added a character, and I'll show you that. So first I had this. Check out this commit. Okay, so this is the commit that I added the movement script for the character. Um, okay, so here in this living room scene that was already in the training, I added this little mouse character from the I think it was in prefabs characters here. So I had all these choices. It's just the mouse, the wind-up mouse guy, and I added a movement script here that I can show you real quick. Um, okay, yeah. So right here, I have the script here that I was using Visual Studio to edit. Um, and this is what actually allows me to press a button and then move when I press the button. So like this is when I press A and D and it rotates and stuff. Um, and for the Unity, it has some default buttons. So like A and D would go left and right or whatever if you put in a specific command or something. So and it's showing that like the rigid body and how everything works. And this is the speed. So if I up this, then the actual speed that I'm able to move around in will move more. And the rotation speed will make me able to turn. And because of the way this works, it's also set up so that it can be edited right here. So when I play, you can see that I did this. I also attached the camera to the character in the script, and see I can move around, and the camera will follow me, and I can turn. And if I increase the speed, then it'll change that too, and I can move faster around. So next I added the collectible, which because the player's a mouse, I chose the G's one. Okay, so here I have the collectible here. Um, and so when I load into the thing, um, you oh I think the rotation speed was at 0, but you can see that it's rotating the wrong way. So like if I point at point 1, you can see that it's rotating like moving the X rotation here, when it should be moving the Y. Um, so I can show you the code here, and I'm really not sure why it's moving the X, because it is set up to move the Y, because it goes X, Y, Z. So the X should be moving 0 and the Z should be moving 0. and the Y is the one that's rotating. So this is like a this command is all for the collectible, so that I can like so it'll rotate and everything. And I don't think I should be able to collect it yet. Nope. I just run into it like it's a solid wall. And that's the next step I did. Okay. So next up, I added the. This is where I added effects, and you able to collect it in the next thing. So I'll check out this commit. So there's some like a little explosion particle thing when you collect the collectible because of this when I added it. And initially it was a little broken. So I'm just giving the commit where it doesn't actually work. Um, but then here I made the particles work, and I'll show you the particles in a second. So here I have the thing again. I added several more around to make a whole path. So when you go into the thing, I can touch the cheese and it'll explode into a little particle thing. And I also made it so that it would be able to be collected. So it'll just delete itself and play that particle thing. So it's not actually being like picked up or anything. It's just disappearing. But um, yeah, yeah. To here you can see the collectible script. I can show you some of the particle effects and everything. And where it shows it deletes it. So here you can see that this is when it touches the player, then it'll destroy the collectible, um, and it will also instantate or whatever it is. This just means that it'll like start. It'll play the particle effect, um, and that's mostly it for this step. Then for the next one, I give me 1 second. Okay, so this next commit, the rest of what I did was just group everything together. But I'm just gonna skip out to this one, and I can show you everything in that one anyway. This is the most recent thing uh, for this branch. I didn't. Uh, this was the last commit before I started moving on to the 2D essentials. Okay, so here you can see that. I don't know if I didn't show it before specifically, but it was up here for all these cheeses. And so you just select all these, and then I can create this so that it'll just be a little one thing. So I can just select them all, and I can move them all around at the same time also if I want to. So that's pretty convenient. Okay, I added a little jump as well for this, for in the last step, so that when you press spacebar, you'll go up. And the way it works, it's not too complicated code, so you can't just jump infinitely, assuming you press spacebar more. Um, but so I did that, so you could like jump on top of the things. Whoa, a little bit weird with the physics, but um, in an actual game that would be a little bit more refined. This is just me learning some things. Um, so then that's all I did in the programming section, in the program essentials learning path. And then I guess I'll show you the 2D essentials, everything there. Um, so here, as I said, I mostly just added the character, which for this one I chose like instead of the mouse, like I did last time. But it's the same thing. It's the same set of characters that I used. So here, I open a new scene, and then here. So this is the 2D scene, and it is this one is specifically in a 2D view. So like it's like a top-down game. So see, it's not right now, but then there's this button up here that lets me move into this. So if you want to add some depth, I guess you can do that. Maybe with that. Um, but I had to remove our script to this guy as well, so that when I move around, when I press W, A, S, and D, I can move. And yeah, that's mostly what I did this week um, in video game development. Uh, so next week I will mostly be finishing this up, and I'll be finishing Unity Essentials entirely probably next week, and then moving on to the other pathways. So like the junior programmer specifically is what I'll be starting next week. Um, so yeah, thanks for watching again, and that's all. Bye.